What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CU4 YouTube channel for the National League Matchday 13 5-minute preview. Carlisle United take on the Monkey Hangers Hartlepool United at Brunton Park tomorrow evening. A very quick turnaround between upload and the game happening, but as we said in the last video, work and life just gets in the way sometimes, and these videos have just been harder to make recently. But Carlisle take on Hartlepool to renew a bit of a rivalry, some would say. I mean, I quite like the Hartlepool games. There's normally a decent atmosphere, but from what I've heard, they're not bringing that many up to Brunton Park this coming Wednesday. But Hartlepool United, the Monkey Hangers, or the Pools, it's the Monkey Hangers really, let's be serious. But their manager is Simon Grayson, with a wealth of experience, hasn't he? But they were founded in 1908. They play the football at the Suit Direct Stadium, which holds 7,858. And from the Suit Direct Stadium, Victoria Park, to Brunton Park, it is a 179-mile round trip. It would take you 3 hours and 42 minutes, so just a short trip really across the country. Anyway, as of right now, games are being played, so positions might change. But Carlisle are 4th, Hartlepool are 8th. Hartlepool with a 1-1 against Tamworth, a 1-0 away win against Gateshead, a 1-0 defeat against Aldershot, a 0-0 against Brackley, and a 1-0 defeat against the league leaders Forest Green. Carlisle a 3-0 win over True, or 2-0 win over Aldershot, 2-1 away win against Aldringham before the walls came tumbling down. York 5-0, and then that 2-0 Rochdale win. So Carlisle will be absolutely looking to get back on track with a victory against Hartlepool in front of what should be a decent crowd on a Wednesday night. I would say, last time we met, speaking of decent crowds, Carlisle United 3, Hartlepool 1, Keith Curl versus Paul Simpson, Morgan Feeney with it kicking us off, and then Tristan Dennis with a double in that playoff winning campaign for Carlisle. And I believe a relegation season for Hartlepool. I could be wrong there. I'm sure they went down that season. But Carlisle won 3-1. And speaking of Morgan Feeney, he is my one to watch. I would have him straight back in the side, as you'll see in a minute. But it's great to see Feeney back at Brunton Park. And then you've got Alex Reid, the centre forwards for Hartlepool. 3 goals this season so far. We'll be looking to make an impact in, what would be a decent game, hopefully, tomorrow night. But yeah, Morgan Feeney for me, straight back in the team, and I would have him as my captain. That is right, I've changed things about a little bit. I've went back to a formation that was working. Don't change things if they're not broken. If you're going to win 4 games in a row, why would you then change things? But I've got with Gabe Breeze in net. I've then got Bevis McGarby partnered with Morgan Feeney as the captain. I've got Cameron Harp and Archie Davis as right and left back. Alex Gilead and Callum Whelan as my 2 central midfielders, with Stephen Wern playing in that 10 position as a centre attacking midfielder. I've then got Regan Linney and Junior Lawamba on the wings. I think, of course, Regan Linney very dangerous on that wing. I think Lawamba's pace is something that we need. And then it's a toss-up between Armstrong and Kelly. I've went with Georgie Kelly just for that bit more physicality, really get into the 2 centre-backs early doors and put them off the game. Armstrong's a bit more of a press machine. I think Kelly's that rough, bruising striker who would really get into them. But maybe a bit of a controversial one, dropping Terrell Thomas there. Maybe not, but that's what I would go with anyway. I would like to see Feeney back in the starting 11 as a centre-back, not a right-back. But Tuesday fixtures are currently being played as I'm recording this, so I will not be including them as predictions because, I would practically get most of them right, although I wouldn't have predicted Gateshead to be 4-0 up against Morecambe inside 12 minutes. Anyway, Aldringham 2, Tamworth 1, Boston 2, Forest Green Rovers 2, Brackley 0, Wellstone 0. That's the most National League game sounding ever, isn't it? It's the most 0-0 game ever anyway, Brackley against Wellstone. But I've went with a 2-1 win for Carlisle against Hartlepool, Rochdale 5, Halifax Town 1, and then York 2, Scunthorpe United 1. Our weekend opponent there, taking the trip to York. But yeah, I went with a 2-1 for Carlisle. I think Hartlepool have the issues at the back, and I would like to think Carlisle could exploit that. I'm actually going for a goal for Alex Gillyhead and Morgan Feeney, and I think Julie Lawamba will play a big part of it on that wing with that pace and that power. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. The 5-minute preview is back. Thank you for watching the video. I've been CU4. See you in the next one.